Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, seniors need to be aware of a new lottery scam in the state. We'll bring you more video from the Piping on the Green event last Saturday. We'll tell you about a big charity horse show coming up this weekend in Shelbyville, and we'll talk with the Coffee County Mayor about Manchester Senior Citizens Center in Manchester. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stamp Nab Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stamp McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stamp McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what a difference our detail can make.
Tired of paying for monthly telephone service, expensive long-distance bills, and all those crazy taxes? Are you sick of spending money on telephone equipment, maintenance contracts, and service calls, all for a phone system that shackles you to 100-year-old technology and your desk? Stop it. It's time to ship your phone system to the cloud. What can the cloud do for you? Bring together remote offices, workers, and employees in the field. Make sure that you'll never miss calls by delivering them to multiple devices. Modernize faxing by allowing multiple faxes to be sent and received at once, and delivered to email. Get your voicemail messages instantly through email too, and take advantage of an endless supply of customizable features. Host My Calls can deliver the cloud. All of this technology with low upfront costs and not one penny in capital expense. It's time for a phone solution you'll truly love from Host My Calls. Call the number below.
Welcome back. Governor Bill Haslam has until April the 19th to decide the fate of a controversial law that designates the Bible as Tennessee's official book. According to law, Haslam must sign the bill, veto it, or allow it to become law without his signature by that deadline. The Bible bill was narrowly passed by the Senate last month despite opposition by Governor Haslam, Lieutenant Governor Ron Ramsey, and Senate leadership. Most believe the measure clearly violates both the U.S. and Tennessee constitutions. Several groups have promised to make a court challenge if the legislation becomes law. In 6 years, Governor Haslam has only vetoed 4 bills.
A devious lottery scam involving the promise of cash prizes to winners in exchange for small payments threatens to make losers out of unsuspecting Tennessee senior citizens. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance has launched an investigation into the alleged wrongdoing, and it's warning senior citizens, their families, and caretakers about the lottery scam. The incident in question occurred in the Clarksville area, but may also be occurring elsewhere in Tennessee. TDCI Commissioner Julie McPeak said, quote, "The information that we have uncovered thus far reveals a potential web of scoundrels preying on unsuspecting and innocent people. We have alerted criminal authorities and will pursue any legal avenues available to this department to chase down this fraud and warn the general public."
In the alleged fraud being investigated by TDCI, a senior citizen living in an assisted living facility received a cold call from a person or persons impersonating a lottery official and congratulating him on his lottery winnings. After establishing a relationship with a senior citizen, this person allegedly sought to help him liquidate a certain financial holdings to help him pay for so-called identity bonds, taxes, and or processing fees on his winnings. In addition to posing as representatives of this fake lottery, the swindlers have also impersonated federal government employees and major financial institutions.
A bill that would allow mental health therapists to turn patients away based on counselors' religious beliefs and personal principles has passed and is on its way to the governor. The American Counseling Association says Tennessee would be the only state to allow counselors to refuse to treat patients if the bill is signed into law. The measure is a part of a wave of legislation around the country that opponents say legalizes discrimination against gays, bisexuals, and transgender people. Supporters say it takes into account the rights of everyone. Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam told reporters last week that he can understand the reasoning behind the bill, but wanted to see the final version before he decides whether to sign it into law.
South Jackson Civic Center is planning a big tea party this Sunday. Center Coordinator Fran Gray tells us more.
This Sunday, which is April 17th at 3 o'clock, women are invited to come to South Jackson and see our facility transformed into Jackson Abbey. Many of us are very fond of the show. We hated to see it end, so we thought we'd extend it a little more into Jackson Abbey. And I think most of the community is aware of the fact that we are in the process of lighting up South Jackson.
Yes.
And we are needing more money before we can turn that first spade of dirt in our renovation of the parking lot, where there'll be good lighting, good parking, hopefully no more mud.
Yeah, hey, hooray.
Yes, indeed. So we are ready to open the doors for a tea time.
Tea time.
Again, it starts at 3 o'clock, and we are asking everyone to pay $15 for some wonderful savories and sweets and a cup of tea. And we are just very excited about having it. Some of us may dress in period costumes because we enjoyed we do enjoy playing dress up. I don't think we ever get too old for that. But to lift up that era, and interestingly, the areas of the school where the Jackson Abbey tea will be held were built in 1922. So it just all fits together beautifully. We're also celebrating 130 years since the first part of the building was put up. So we have a lot of history right there at South Jackson Street School, now known as South Jackson Civic Center. And again, we would love to invite all the women in our area to come and share a cup of tea. There are 2 young friends of ours who have played in our Young Artist Showcase who will be there on piano and violin to help entertain our guests.
Right, very good.
So we're really excited, and in fact they're going to be playing the theme from Downton Abbey. So we'll have a little Jackson Abbey piece playing that afternoon.
Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester is your home for both new and pre-owned trucks. We have a huge selection of over 200 trucks to choose from. Check us out on the web at russellbarnett.com and view our great selection. We are your truck headquarters, and we want to be your one-stop shop. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, your truck headquarters. Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Tonight we bring you more from last Saturday's Piping on the Green at the Celtic Cup in Tullahoma. Let's watch this performance from the headliner of this year's event, the Tannehill Weavers from Ireland, who are also in the Irish Music Hall of Fame.
Wobble right, the gallant Murray, wobble right for Geordie Sell. He's the floor o' Glenilla and the darling o' Dunkeld. See the white rose in his bonnet, see his banner out the day. As kids on the new has done it, and his swung his sheet away. Every day for money, although first of feel best of man. Every true and trust is true, private easy day to plan. Half the lads of bar, western rogues and rebels are. When we come within the barbers, women can the camels call. Dumb and sad to find, as a stride like Galley's Murray, as a sign danger. Mark and Charles is hard to do. One more ride with Garland Murray, one more ride from Geordie's cell. He's the floor over Nyla and the Darling Northern Kell. See the white rose in his bonnet, see his banner out the day. His good sword he knew had drawn it, and his funny should away.
One of the great dance groups was the Triquetra Irish Dancers. Let's watch their performance.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
Here at Stan McNabb Collision Center, we work with all major insurance companies, and we get the job done right the first time, on time.
Well, I grew up in Tullahoma. We'd always done business with Stan McNabb, so when we needed collision service after a run-in with a deer, we knew to call those guys. We already had trust with them. We called Cody. He took great care of us. He kept us posted every step of the way, and we couldn't have been more pleased.
Getting your vehicle back to pre-loss condition shouldn't be a headache. So in the event of an accident, contact me, Cody Hall, at Stan McNabb Collision Center.
All I have to do is think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Tom Quarantine spoke recently with Coffee County Mayor Gary Cordell.
The county convention center.
Yes, sir.
Also has been a chronic money issue from the beginning. I don't know, that thing's been around 10, 12.
About 14 or 15 years.
14 or 15 years, and it has operated in the red every year, I think,
sir.
it's
That is
been
correct.
open, and still is. And you're trying to come to grips with that. Tell us what's going on. What is the situation?
Right now in the audit committee, we have the Public Building Authority Board has oversight of that. They have appointed a new interim director. And I'm really impressed with her capability, what she brings to the table, her insight and oversight, and she's providing that insight and oversight into restructuring the operation there with internal controls that have not been in place in the past so much, and providing a lot better oversight to that. To assist in that, the Public Building Authority has now come up with a 3-person audit committee, one person representing the county, one representing Manchester, and one of the PBA board members to provide some financial oversight and accountability to that. And they're serious with their discussions, and I'm convinced that moving forward will help reduce that deficit every month.
Why is your new director interim? Is there some?
She was appointed in December, and the board, they have the authority to decide as to whether or not they'll make that permanent. And with what I've seen with her professional capabilities, whatever, I think the board is leaning that way. They'll make that decision, if not before, by sometime in June. And I hope going forward she will be the general manager, because she's certainly providing some professional oversight and restructuring of the internal operations of that.
Okay.
But that's up to the PBA board to make that determination.
Well, one might fairly ask, I guess, if it's been around 14, 15 years, how come it isn't self-supporting at this point?
If I knew that answer, we've been researching that for several. Part of it just has to do with the structure of it and what it was sold to the county, or to the county in Manchester as years ago. It was to be a conference center that would be a facilitator, a place where events and venues would come in, where if new industry was looking at coming to the county, they could come there and have a boardroom there where they could study and meet. And some of what it brings to the table is some intangibles. And I would mention that last Friday in the board meeting I attended, they are entering a contract with MTSU so that this summer a feasibility study will be done to determine all the intangible benefits that the conference center brings to the county. And that will be, and I don't know that feasibility has ever been done before. I compliment the authority on the insight to have that done, because it will be important for the citizens of the county to know what some of the intangibles are that you just can't put a price tag on.
I was going to say, the first question you have to get into, I guess, is what difference does it make? Is the thing really providing any net benefit to the county?
Yes,
and if so, what is it?
Yeah.
What would we lose if we closed it?
Yeah. I don't know what the impact would be if we closed that. It's so much that's just unknown. But I know business coming in will not have the focal point. For example, a week ago, Bonnaroo was there with, I understand 75 people from across their system, across the country. We're meeting there for 2 days. In-house there in the conference center, discussing, laying out the events and the processes for the Bonnaroo this summer.
60 to 75 people.
60, or I understand close to 75 people, but they were there for 2 days. And other groups come in. Vanderbilt Hospital, I understand, has had a seminar here as well as some others. But they come here, and this is becoming a meeting place between Chattanooga and Nashville for groups to come in and have conferences. So it's hard. Yes, you would like to make money on every one of those, but some of the events that come in, maybe not quite pay their all way, but it does provide benefit to the county by having the groups come in.
You convinced that the solution is in sight, that you're going to be able to sort it out and make the thing start at least breaking even in the foreseeable future?
I'd love to see it get close to a break-even point. I'd love to see them make a little money. But with the audit committee that's now in place, with the oversight they're providing, and the professional qualities that this new interim manager brings to the table, and I would not even think about venturing a time when we could get close to break even. But I know that monthly deficit is being reduced now.
We'll be right back in a moment.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Peggy Burton spoke this week with Connie Allen and Karen Inman about a charity horse show the Bedford County Cancer Society is sponsoring this weekend.
We have our annual horse show. It's going to be on April 16th, starts at 5 o'clock, and it's held at...
That's 5 p.m., I assume.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. It's at Calsonic Champions Arena on the Celebration Grounds in Shelbyville.
Okay.
We have 30 classes. The admission is $5 per person. We'll have a silent auction, have concessions.
$5 is a real cheap.
It's a very
inexpensive.
It's very,
very
reasonable.
Yes, that's it is.
Nice. But we hope everybody will come out and support our show.
And bring up all their family, because the money goes to a wonderful foundation. And we have this website up, so if you want to get more information, you can go there. And let's tell people what it is that your foundation supports.
We support anyone in Bedford County with cancer. All the money that we raise stays in Shelbyville in Bedford County. So if anyone needs money for their house payments, or it may be food, whatever they need, that's what we will provide to help with them.
This is happening Saturday. When you say a horse show, what all kind of horses, what all is showing?
All Tennessee walking horses,
All right.
and we have some of them that are the performance horses, and we have some of them that are what we call flat shod,
Yeah.
to just have a more natural shoe. But there's 30 classes. It's truly great entertainment. Then we have a concession stand. Even our concession stand, all the money that you buy, any kind of thing that you buy at the concession stand, that all goes to the foundation as well. And there's great desserts, because most of them are homemade from all of the ladies involved in the area.
Yeah.
They all make kind of their specialties, and we bring those and sell those too.
So they can even buy a whole entire pie, probably, and take it home for
pies and cakes,
freeze it for
or
the next
slices up. That's right, and it all goes to the foundation. And people that are showing pay an entry fee to show.
Okay.
And that goes to benefit the foundation as well.
So there is no real money that you all have to put up to do this.
No, we do not.
It's
Absolutely. Yeah, that is correct. And really, everything that we raise for our foundation goes to help the folks. There is no one on. We have no one on a payroll. It is 100% volunteer. There's very, very few people today that haven't been touched by cancer in some way, and we do deal with folks that, in addition to having this horrific disease, they have monetary issues, and it's really, really nice that, like Connie said, we can help them in so many ways.
Do you have any notion how many people apply for assistance in the Cancer Association there in Bedford County?
We meet once a month, and we usually have anywhere from 10 to 12 people each month that
you're helping.
That we will help.
And you can become a member of our foundation for $20 or a lifetime member for $200. And again, all that money that you would give us goes directly to the folks in need for the foundation.
Everybody especially in the Bedford County community, to reach out to the foundation, and they'll always take a check.
That's exactly right.
Always
And
take a check, and whether or not you've been touched by cancer at some day in your life, you probably will be. Right. And
It's
hey,
true.
you're just going to have a good time.
The pet of the week this week at the Stella Animal Shelter is a terrier mix named Misty. She entered the shelter as a stray in March of this year and is approximately 2 years old and weighs about 28 pounds. Misty is up to date on her vaccinations and will receive a free spay provided by the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Be sure to check out the shelter on Facebook for information about upcoming fundraisers and other events. Remember, you can help support your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is Tinker. Tinker is a lab mix who is the last unadopted dog of a group of 4 rescued from a barn. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252 in Manchester. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1936 at 84 degrees. The record low was in 1959 at 28 degrees. Average high on this day is 71 and the average low is 47. Cloudy weather expected tonight with a 40% chance of showers and a low of around 51. 40% chance of rain on Friday with a high of 69 and a low of 47. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 71 and a low of 46. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6, wishes you and your families a wonderful weekend. Thank you.